as the umpire moves to the circle, puts it in the air, and Bowyer, a secondary tap, goes down for Bell Post Hill. They've got it forward, kick off the ground by Sean Lewis. Nathan Lewis picks it up, he's just inside 50, hooks it around the body, but Denneman in the last line of defence takes a saving mark for Thomson. Across the face of goal, almost a mix-up there with the Thomson players, but it's out to centre wing. Foot race on at the moment. Bradley does well, picks it up, immediately tackled, gets a handball away, and there's Jerkovic, a handball back to Bradley. Now it's a long kick inside forward 50. Mick Maharis has taken the mark, plays on quickly, runs to the goal square, and off his left foot, Mick Maharis gets the first goal for the day for the Thomson side.
So we're back in the centre of the ground, Anderton up with Bowyer. Bowyer gets it over the top of his head, goes to the boundary line, or sorry, to the centre wing. In chase there is Parker. Now he picks the ball up, goes in the left, but it's only a scrubber along the ground. Menzies in front of Lewis, picks up the ball and sees it over the boundary line in between the half-forward line and centre play. Hemley doing the ruck work, but it's tapped down there by McLaren to the front of the pack. Hurst dives on the ball, feeds it up to Parker, tries to get it out. Ellis works at ground level, but the free kick goes back for Parker for, I think, a holding the man decision. So Luke Parker, centre wing, goes short. Popovsky nicks Bulk down the ground. Goes to Fursland, who's travelled also from the back pocket, kicks towards goal, goes to the goal square. Lewis there behind, can't get the ball in front. I think it was Peacock, couldn't take the mark, hands the ball in the hands of Tar. Players now converge on it, and it's going to be a throw up at the point of the 10-yard square at Bell Post Hill attacking end.
Probably Fursland maybe had a pot shot at goal. He was just a bit far out, wasn't he?
Running a bit too quick, maybe. Oh, Hemley off the ground from the top of the goal square has kicked a goal. Yes, it is.
Umpire McMaster puts it up. Oh, Bowyer, a clear tap away in that contest. Page runs onto the footy, went without it, picked up by Sean Lewis off the side of the foot to full forward. Oh, Hurst almost got a great handball away. Didn't come to pass, however. There's a tackle. I thought the tackle might have been a bit high, and
initially I don't think it was there. You're right, the call was right, it was high, but I don't think he got the free kick for that.
So it is Madden again. Quite a bit of an influence already in the game down there this afternoon. Gets it back to centre wing. There's a whistle on play. A free kick has gone to man in front. Looks like an infringement in the marking contest. It's Jackson McLeod quickly to half forward for Thomson. Back of the pack is Matchovic. He gets the left foot to the footy heading toward the boundary. I think it's two.
The goal kickers, he might be the one that could be the surprise.
So Dowie going into the forward line. Sean Lewis read that well. Tried to intercept, didn't take the mark, however. Comes to the ground. There's a whistle on play. It's for kicking in danger, the indication of the umpire there. So it's coming back to Kazina for Bell Post Hill when we recover the football. As the Thomson side continued on, not realising it was a free kick. So it's come back to Eloise Kazina. 1 goal apiece. Common Lafoon Hotel first quarter scoreboard, 5 minutes gone.
Kazina moves the ball towards half back, but coming across the front of the play is Highland. He takes the mark, transfers play back inside. Bradley again pushing down the ground, mark the ball, still deep on the half forward line, and about 50 right on the line I reckon he'd be, coming in from the far side of the ground. So Aaron Bradley, good early possessions, kicks long towards the goal square, going to be very close. Oh, I think it's gone through. Nick Maharis has clapped his hands. It has. It's a goal. Anderton, Bowyer again at it. Anderson this time over the top, but Parker reads it well. No, it wasn't. It was Farah. Handball goes forward into the hands of Lewis. Now with Sean Lewis. Goes towards forward line. Looking for Basley again. Denneman does well from behind. Can't take the mark. Free kick's been awarded for a hold. And it's been called advantage now. It's gone wide. Dowie pushed up on the half-back line. Kicks towards centre wing. Carrying across the ground is Harriet in front of Popovsky. And that's Nick on the mark. So now with Harriet, centre wing. Slowing things down. Anderton stands in the slush in the middle, but he goes short. Dowie again has the ball. Hasn't travelled a long distance, but they maintain possession to Thomson's side. From centre wing, goes now towards centre half forward, leading up the ground. Maharis, pressure there from Casina, comes down to the front of the pack, now in the hands of Cashel. Cashel tries to get around, goes back to Bab. Bab, a good long handball out wide to Anderton, gets around the oncoming player, left foot towards goal square. Nice looking kick off the boot, hasn't got the distance, as it touched on the line. It's through for a goal.
In the middle, Anderton and Bowyer. The ball up favoured Anderton, punched it towards half forward. McClure attacked the footy for Bell Post Hill. By hand, it comes out to That was Parker. He's gone out wide, and Page, he's corralled, but he gets a kick round the body, up high towards half forward. Oh, Nathan Lewis, good mark, free kick, whatever you like. Kept his composure, and a lovely kick inside 50. Double teaming on Tar with Bradley and Peacock both coming back there. Back into play from behind. Mercoli up high, only as far as Nathan Lewis, hooks it around the body from 35, doesn't get a score, it's gone right across up to Godfrey Street Oval. Hemley does the ruck work, punches it toward the goal square, coming through is Harriet. Oh, he's attacked from behind, but he does well, gets a handball away. Denneman, handball out to Highland. Highland now, he's copped one high, I think, as he was trying to avoid the tackle, and I think it was Josh Spacely, the umpire's just having a quiet talk to, as Christian Highland now gets the free kick back pocket, goes long, outside defensive 50, Nick Poposky read that well. Now the ball comes back inside 50. There's some good reading of the footy here, as intercepting there again is Highland. Runs to defensive 50, kicks towards half forward, and Bab takes a strong mark. Bab now kicks it back to where he should be, centre half forward. Oh, Nick Maharis, a huge fly from the back of the pack, and takes it. He goes on the left looking for a teammate. He's got Jerkovic there. He's got Jones attacking the footy. Jerkovic picks it up. Handball. He gets it away. Belpo still with numbers there, but now he comes in to intercept. But finally, Matchovic accepts a handball, goes towards centre wing, and Hemley can't take the mark. Belpo, Thomson doing well. They're getting back. Hemley now is... well, that's surely a free kick held without the footy. Advantage has been paid. I don't know whether there's any advantage now, but the ball goes on. Bradley took the footy. He's found Nick Maharis in front of the social club here, 50 metres out from goal. He decides to go to the corridor. It's a good look, lovely pass, and poor defence by Belpo still there. 10 minutes gone, and Christian Highland on his own, 30 metres out directly in front, has taken the mark. So an opportunity to extend the lead that Thomson have already got. It's in the hands of Christian Highland. About to move in is Sean Lewis on the mark. Highland there. Doesn't strike it that well, but he's got the required result because it is a goal. That's 4 in a row.
And Anderton again do the ruck work. Anderton gets body in, comes now to Harriet. Quick kick forward, goes there. Oh, in front, Fursland does well on McLeod, but Harris comes in, picks the ball up, goes wide. Dowie with time to settle. Call advantage. I don't think there'll be any advantage. The umpire's going to call it as an advantage. Yes, he is. Through for a behind.
Or almost gave him the option, didn't he?
He looked to see where it was going, and then he called it, said it was okay. So Nick Popovsky kicks to himself and plays on from full backs. Being corralled as we called before. Now goes towards the half back line. Maheras over the top, knocks the ball forward, comes to the back of the pack, picked up now by Jones. Jones goes over the top, back to Harriet. Harriet, quick kick, goes as high as it does long. Now towards the forward line. Highland, the only one with eyes for the ball, doesn't take the mark, comes to ground level. Lewis can't pick the ball up. Now he's gone back to get it again. Gets the ball out. Goes now to Basley, who's worked to the back line. Farah working hard, trying to pick the ball up. Keeps it in front. Gets it to Page. Page goes backwards to... It is Popovsky now to Matchovic. Matchovic wide to Brad Martin. Martin on the left, handball. Goes to Lewis. He'll put the ball 60 yards. Don't worry about that. Goes long towards half forward. Going back with a fly and a good mark to Denneman. So Nathan Denneman goes on the left, has Harriet there, also Jones. Jones calls for it and takes the mark. At centre wing, poor kick going forward. In front, Bowyer doesn't take the mark. Basically does well, knocks the ball back to McClure. McClure to Farah. Farah backward to centre wing, goes towards half forward. Tar with a sit. Oh, good strong mark over the top of Harriet, going back to the flight. So Justin Tar now directs play towards centre half forward. Don't think the kick meant to go there. McLaren coming back with a flight. Can't take the mark. Picked up there by Parker, looking for option. Lewis, this will be a shot on goal. Don't worry about that from 50. Can't bring it back far enough, and it's through for a minor score.
Now tell first quarter scoreboard. 13 and a half minutes gone. Thomson took the kick in very quickly. It's ended up in the arms of Christian Highland outside defensive 50. And he's taken the mark. Slowing things down, waiting for options. As Tom Harriet might have, I don't know whether Tar might have landed on him in that marking contest, but Noel Riley coming on to replace him. They haven't lost too much there. The ball to half forward, Cashel can't take the mark as the ball is almost, there's a whistle on play actually at
Hemi, I think.
At centre half forward. So Coley, the free kick, plays on quickly. He's found a teammate up forward. There's Thomson, still in the forward area, as Madden now has ended up in the forward half, so there's a fair by the boundary umpire on that occasion. Umpire central.
So ball now back with Bayers in the ruck, goes to the forward. It's for Farah, tries to get the handball onto Basley. He can't pick the ball up and it's knocked back over the boundary, sure.
That's interesting. No miss him.
Certainly will. So the ball with Bayer, tapped down. Advantage has now been called, but players stopped, so I think it's going to go back to the ruckman in Bayer. Bayer, half back line. Now kicks towards centre wing and over that position. Hurst leads up the ground, takes a mark out in front of his eyes. And will now push Bellpost Hill further. Plays on, no one stands the mark. Goes that way, looking for Hemley. Behind him is Peacock. Does well to get the ball to the right players on each one, and we probably would have predicted that. But Tar does the ruck work, gets it to ground level. Page now picks the ball up, goes backwards, has a look around the corner. Popovsky pushed up from the back line. Marks just inside, centre half forward. Turns, goes quickly. Hemley's the target in front of Peacock. Had that yard advantage and has taken the mark about 25 metres out from goal. So Chris Hemley will have a good look at this. The ball will be flying straight from where we are to the goal square. About a 45-degree angle here for Hemley. A nice kick of a football, so distance definitely won't be a problem. Accuracy the only question, and Bellpost Hill desperately in need of a goal, because I think that would merely be the attacking end, although there's not much movement in wind out there at the moment. So Chris Henley comes in, looks good off the boot. That's his second goal for the afternoon, and Bellpost Hill's second. So that move.
Thomson, the ball's in the middle as both ruckmen hit it the same way on that occasion. Dowie attacks the footy, handball over, looking for McLaren. He's pursued by Page, but he gets the foot to the footy. Round the corner to half forward, Jackson McLeod attacks it on the run, gets a handball back to Dowie. That's good football. And Dowie now round the body is looking for, he finds Riley. Half forward flank, very close to the boundary. He'd be 45 metres from goal as the umpire now blows time off. Sets the mark, so he's of the opinion he's well within range. So it'll be a good kick from there from Noel Riley. He's put the ball on the boot. It's going to land in the goal square. Oh, Mahara's almost a sensational mark. He read it well, got very high. Now it stacks on the mill, 1 metre from the goal line, in the goal square, and the umpire will put the ball in the air. 18 minutes gone, 4-1 place, 2-1. Thomson in front. The ball up is in the goal square for Thomson. Bowyer gets the tap down, and Kazina gets the ball to foot, goes towards half forward. Jerkovic roving well, but missed the footy. Handball comes out to Abucci. He goes towards centre wing. Another diving attempt at mark for Thomson, this time by Menzies. Doesn't get it, but Bradley gets the footy. Oh, good work there by Bashley in the back half. Has taken a great defensive mark. Goes out looking for Ellis. Finds him on half-back flank. He hooks it towards half-forward flank. Denneman, he's outpointed Page on that, at least Parker on that occasion. Gets the ball quickly to Anderton. Up high. Oh, brilliant mark. Not paid, not taken, I suppose. And he's hurt himself as he's landed, McLeod, as the Bellpost Hill side now clear the danger area. Has gone back towards the centre wing. Madden, great tap over his head looking for McLaren getting here. So the Bellpost Hill blokes might be biting off a bit more than they can chew, and the umpires might need to have a bit of a look behind them, because they're trying to rough McLeod up, and the Thomson players are protecting him. In the meantime, the ball is on centre wing. It is a free kick to Christian Highland for Thomson. So Thomson now with the football. Decide to go, so Christian Highland decides to go long towards half forward. Big pack of players there, mark not taken. A series of handballs, gets it down to Jones. He's just flipped it though. Oh, that's not a free kick. I'd be very surprised, umpire, why that wasn't a free kick, because Furzon was all over the shoulder of McLeod. Well, that was interesting, because well, the ball's rushed now, but who was it? The Thomson player had the footy and fended off the goal post.
Disco.
So that's a behind to Thomson. 4-2-26. They lead Bellpost Hill 2-1-13. Common the Feen Hotel first quarter scoreboard. 20 minutes gone.
Lewis does the kicking in, goes outside 50, finds Martin now with Page. Page again switches direction, but not a good kick. Favours Riley in front, goes to Madden by hand. Madden coming down from the back line, has time to steady, takes a bounce, gets to the 50-metre zone and kicks long to the goal square. But going back with a flight is Casina for the Bellpost Hill side. So Eloise Casina, good strong mark going back, goes short, looks for Farah, finds that player. told to hold the ball. Now looking for options further down the ground. Will go short and finds Abucci. Pushing up from the back line. Goes towards centre wing this time. Tar in front of Bradley. Does well and takes a strong mark. So Justin Tar, true centre wing. Slows things down a little bit now. Long kick of the ball. Goes towards the centre half forward position. A heap of players there, but Hemley over the top. McElveny reads the ball well. Picks it off the ground. Can't get a clean kick. Goes to Hurst. Dives on it. Oh, feeds it out with a bit of a throw, I think. Umpire's picked it.
Good call.
Umpire's picked it. Bev, you're good, but you're not that good, son. He was facing the wrong side. Had to come out this side, he would have been right. But Lewis had kicked the goal, but the play will go back to the player in Peacock, I think, who's going to be given the free kick. No, it's not. It's Thurley.
Yeah, it's a really call. You picked that really well, and unfortunately for Bevan Hurst, he was on the wrong side of the umpire.
So Cameron Thorley it is. It's got the free kick, goes backwards, finds Menz in the back line. He's got plenty of space in front of him, carries the ball a good 10. Not a good looking kick off the boot, looking for Bab. Well, the favour Sean Lewis, who's running in the possession for the ball, takes the ball to the boundary line and sees it over the boundary. Here, 2 goals. Just over 2 goals. Ball's knocked forward. Martin runs to the play, but Dowie's in pursuit. Coming the other way as McLeod puts his head over it. Does well. Handles to Riley. Riley to Okoli. Okoli to Dowie. Has time to settle. Runs and shoots on goal, and it is a goal. So a nice bit of play and a good little session of handball.
3 minutes gone, first quarter. Crackerjack first quarter. As both ruckmen missed the footy, it come to ground. Picked up there by Parker on his left foot. Round the corner towards the centre in this game. The ball now comes in over the back. The ball comes to Jerkovic. He's tackled. Highland gets it out again to Dowie. Over the top to Riley. Gee, they're running well. Thomson, there's a whistle on play. The advantage paid as the ball goes to full forward. Maharis can't take the mark again. Flips it back to McLeod. Eludes a tackle. Goes goalwards and good shepherding in the goal square by Cashel. And fantastic team.
First quarter. We've had 8 goals kicked, so there could be a little bit of time left, but it comes now to Highland running through the centre of the ground. Goes towards half forward. Leading in the race for the ball there is Cashel. Has time to steady. Looks for McLeod again. Just doesn't favour him, but he's ducked back and he has taken a mark. So I'll give that to Cashel. A nice kick. Found position, and Jackson McLeod has taken the mark. About 20 metres out from goal.
Travis Fursland, not very happy, is he?
He did the right thing. He was in front, did everything right. The ball just drifted with the wind a bit, I suppose.
Well, I think he took his eye off the footy fractionally, didn't he?
So Jackson McLeod a chance to kick his second goal in about a minute of play from about 15, 20 metres out from goal. Not a very bad angle here for him. Kicks through the ball. He thought it was a goal, but it's umpire says no.
Out of trouble here.
I think he will. He'll go long and it won't be too hard to go straight down the ground. That's where he's going. Kicks to himself now. Gets around to Jerkovic at full forward. Able to play on now. Carries the ball. Goes back by hand to Fursland. Fursland gets around McLeod. Now will kick the ball. Goes to the true centre position of the ground. Goes over the top of Farah. No, it's Parker in the middle of the ground, but he's good enough to win possession again. Spins around in the left foot. Goes towards half forward. McElvenney's there. Oh, Madden goes back to the flight. Yes, he's paid the mark. Possibly, maybe didn't hang on to it long enough, but made good ground. So Nick Madden, back in the senior side, has got that height that they much needed. I think the Thomson side goes out wide. Denneman puts himself in front, takes a mark in front of Sean Lewis. Now plays back towards the centre of the ground. Jerkovic all by himself. I don't know who's playing on him there, but he's come wider now with players running, and it's Thorley. Thorley a chance to carry the ball with no one in front of him. Does so. Kicks long towards centre half forward. Maharis over the top. Goes towards Highland. Highland gets hands to Jones. Jones gets around. Tries to kick around the corner. Not a good looking kick. Only Matjevic coming the other way. Does well, but Cashel with foot speed. Picks the ball up. Shoots back towards the square. Going over the top, and Eloise Casino sees it through for a rush behind. So 6 goals for 40. Thomson now with a handy break coming up towards the quarter time break. Belt Post Hill 2 goals 1.
So 27 minutes gone in this first quarter. The long quick kick came quickly for Bell Post Hill. Marked at half-back flank by Parker. Goes back across the ground defensively. And gee, numbers with Thomson out there. That wasn't such a good option as Cashel now has Urquhart running past. Feeds him a handball into full forward. Jackson McLeod puts a contest on Casino. Gee, they're mucking around with it in the last line of defence. The Bell Post Hill side is Thomson there with numbers there. Picked up by Riley, but he's over the boundary. Ball comes in now. McClure and Babb doing the ruck work. They hit it straight back toward the boundary, and the boundary umpire will have a repeat performance. So now 20 metres from the behind post. The ball comes in once again late in this first quarter. Maharis doing the ruck work, gets it to the goal square. Kazuna, a little bit of fancy work there, went for the blind turn, gets it to Popovsky. Popovsky round the corner looking for Ellis, finds him. He goes back into the middle of the ground, and Denneman's read that well. Oh, goodness me. The umpire is pretty lenient, I reckon, as the mark taken, and across the ground to Anderton. Anderton now, straight down the corridor. The lead, reading that well was McClure. Farah, back to McClure. McClure now kicks it towards the middle of the ground as Bucci with strength takes the footy, running. I don't know where he thinks. Don't know whether he thinks where he's going, but the ball comes to Farah. He goes towards there's a lot of infringement, I reckon, going on out there that are not being paid. The handball from Anderton back to Menzies, and the kick now to Riley for Thomson to half forward as the siren sounds. 28.5 minutes gone in the quarter. It is quarter time, and what a great quarter of football we've had. Thomson, 6 goals, 440, lead Belpost Hill 2-1.
I think they're going to get one today.
Certainly, no doubt about that. Well, the umpire has signified to the timekeepers. He's put the ball in the air, and Bowyer read it well. Gets a tap forward immediately for the Belpost Hill side. Nathan Lewis held without the football, and just forward of the centre. Beautiful kick from him, but fantastic defence again by the Thomson side. The ball end up in the arms of Madden. He finds Anderton, backward of centre. Anderton, now there's a whistle down the ground, and what's happened here? It's a downfield further up the ground. Has picked that, so McLeod now for Thomson, forward of the centre wing, has the free kick for his side. McLeod now looking for options, now called to play on, decides to go long, doesn't hit it too well, and falling into the gap. They're Belpost Hill. So the ball now, it's come back to centre wing, and Thorley takes the mark for Thomson. So Thorley now decides to go forward to Maharis. He can't take the mark, and Riley picks the footy up, has a pot shot. He gets around a couple of players to Maharis. His handball is smothered off the hands. Does well Maharis to come back and make a contest, and he's kept the ball in there as a couple of players getting a little bit head up as Kazuna grabbed Bab around the neck, and that's important. They can't do that. The free kick paid, good umpiring, and there's a great defensive mark by Martin of Belpost Hill in the back pocket, and it's another attack thwarted by the Belpost Hill defence. Decides to go across the face of goal, dangerous, finds Farah. Farah now switches play, other side of the ground, long kick out of defence. McLaren can't reach the footy at the back of the pack. It's Ellis, the one.
Umpire again restarts play. This time Jones does the ruck work, goes now to Lewis, can't get a kick on the ball. Picked up there by Farah on centre wing, goes towards half forward. Ellis takes the mark. Players now starting to run. Ellis spins around, kicks towards the half forward line. Goes now towards the forward pocket. Hurst runs onto the play, kicks round the corner and can't bring it back far enough, and that's through for a minor score. So Hurst, first score of the second quarter. Belpost Hill now 2-2. They trail the home side Thomson 6-4. We've gone 3 minutes, second quarter, Exhaust Brothers scoreboard. Now with the hands of Anderton, kicks the ball long, goes towards centre wing. Bab comes up, good work from McClure over the top, but unfortunately puts his hand on his shoulder, and a free kick will go to the Thomson side.
So Bab quickly by hand to Jerkovic. Jerkovic's towards half forward. McLeod can't take the mark. Off his hands, it's over the boundary line. And understand we were off air for a moment. In that time, Belpost still scored a behind. They're 2-2. They're trailing Thomson 6-4. And the ball is now out of bounds, just forward of centre. As poor throw in again from the boundary umpire. Neither ruckman can reach the footy. And there's a whistle on play. The ball under a number of players. And on centre wing, on the Godfrey Street side here, at 4 minutes gone, the umpire will put the ball in the air once again. Ball goes up. Bowyer wins the tap down at ground level. The ball's flicked out for Belpost Hill to Kazuna. There's a bit going on off the footy between Jerkovic and Sean Lewis, and trailing umpire. There was 3 umpires here. Surely one could get to the action, but that didn't happen, and the ball has now gone forward of centre wing. It is out of bounds, and there's quite a bit happening because there's something said to the umpire, obviously, and Dale Menzies has ended up with a free kick. So Menzies now for Thomson. Long kick over the centre. Oh, up high was Urcoli, a fortnight too early, and the free kick will go to McClure. Dale, we've got quarter-time scores of the game.
Yeah, quarter-time scores. North Geelong 5-3, Bannockburn 5-5. Geelong West and Corella dead level at quarter-time, 4-2 apiece. Belmont Lions 6-2 leading Inverleigh 3-3. East Geelong 4-2, Werribee Centrals 2-2, and Anarchy 2-3. They trail Winchelsea 7 straight.
Ooh, that's an interesting start. And whilst you've been speaking, Belpost still have worked the ball forward into the arms of Nick Popovski, who's taken a mark 35, 40 metres out directly in front, and an opportunity for a score for the Belpost Hill side. Gee, 7 goals straight out at Anarchy. Winch have started pretty well. As Nick Popovski now moves in. Good approach, good looking kick off the boot. Goal umpire hardly moves, and Popovski has kicked the first goal of the second quarter of selectors at the box, so they're working pretty hard.
So back in the centre of the ground, ball now with Anderton, picks the ball up, goes forward, goes to Okoli, gets the kick towards half-forward line. Popovski, David leads in the race for the ball, can't pick the ball up, good pressure from behind. Riley now gets it, probably a high tackle. Yes, and it has been paid, so against Parker. And you'll see Riley taking the free kick. So Noel Riley, just outside the half-forward line, will look for Bab. Bab in about centre half-forward position, stands in front, takes a good strong mark. And Jeremy Babb has taken the mark about 35 out and will be given a 50-metre penalty. So Babb right to the point of the square, and a quick reply here, you would think, for the Thomson side.
I think it was just frustration. Nathan McClure belted the ball out of his hands, realising he'd take...
Anderton up high. Neither ruckman gets possession here. Whistle's gone. I'm not too sure what the free kick was for, but the ball is going to Anderton. So Anderton goes short, finds Dowie, who's just snuck up off the half-forward line. Still in the centre glue pot, takes a mark. Looking to get outside that area now, does so. Kicks long, goes towards the half-forward line. Maharis out in front, can't get the good spoil there from Kazina, but roving Wells Jones kicks towards the goal square. Popovski in front, pressure from McLeod from behind, working at ground level, picked up there by Cashel. Hands ball back to the hot spot. McClure in the right spot, gets the handball over to Jerkovic. Jerkovic feeds his way through play, goes back to Highland. Highland shoots on goal, only as far as Farah in front of the pack. Kazina can't pick it up cleanly. Now in the hands of Maharis, goes backwards, goes to Dowie. Dowie, not a good looking kick or attempt on goal, goes out of bounds. Looks to go short, will go there now. Parker takes the mark half back, goes to Farah by hand. Now Farah directs the play to the centre glue pot. In front's Hurst, over the top Thorley. Hurst goes back, picks the ball up, gets handballs across, finds Sean Lewis. Lewis able to tap the ball forward and pick it up. Kicks towards full forward. Tar back on the ground, takes a mark in front of Peacock. 20 metres out from goal, directly in front, Justin Tar.
I wonder if that might have been the message, because he's been caught behind in a couple of contests.
So it was a quick change. He's only off the ground for a minute, as you said, Eric. Got some instructions, returned to the ground. So the big fella's kicked a number of goals over the last couple of weeks. Has a chance now to put, I think, his first goal for the afternoon on the board. And I don't think distance again won't be the problem. Accuracy comes in. It's a nice looking kick off the boot. The umpire goes across and comes back. So that is a goal to the Belpost Hill side, and Justin Tate.
Anderton and Bowyer. Well, that's interesting, because we had a perfect view of that. Farah got hit across the head, and it was Bowyer that hit him. So that was... No, the umpire might have realised his mistake, because now he's going to ball it up, and that's a good decision by the umpire, because we had a perfect view of what happened. In the air once again, Bowyer, only as far as Highland. He kicks the ball around the body towards half forward. Riley can run onto the foot. He does. Gets it on his foot quickly. Does to full forward. Good contest. Nick Maharis gets back into the contest. Can't pick the footy up. And it's good. Kazuna paddle it along the ground. Now it's back into the goal square. I think Kazuna's going to be happy to concede. And he does just that. Rush behind to Thomson. 7-5, 47 Thomson, 4-2, 26 Belpost Hill. Exhaust Brothers second quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes gone.
Fursland kicks out, comes wide, looking for Popovski Nick, but Dowie does good work at ground level and in the air, gets the ball going backward towards their goal square. Kazina stands there and takes the mark, and either mark or free kick, I think, and Eloise Kazina will take that resulting free kick. Umpire directing that way now. Handball goes back, but it's probably go to the wrong player, but Farah Farah's the one with the free kick. Farah at half back, comes wide, comes towards centre wing. Hemley's there, jumps high, can't take the mark, comes to the front, picked up by McClure. Handballs over the top, goes to Martin. Martin on further, goes to Sean Lewis. Lewis goes now to the goal square, or goes long, looking for Tar. Peacock, good pressure from behind. Madden leads and berates to the ball in front of Baseley. Handballs now to Peacock, pressure from Tar. They're working harder now, the Belpost Hill forward line. Ball underneath players, and it's now a ball up, half forward flank. And we're looking at Belpost Hill into attack.
I think that's probably the key you've just said, Dale, the fact that the Belpost Hill forwards are pressuring the defenders.
Yeah, I think it's early in the first quarter. That's where they got their run from. But a free kick's been awarded, I think, off the play there. No, it's not. It's going back to Peacock. So Peacock and half back takes the free kick. Goes now wide, looking to centre wing. Babs the target. Oh, big strong mark again from the young fella. He's presented well, taken 2 strong marks. Goes back, kicks long. Goes towards centre half forward where he'd normally be playing again. He's working up the ground. Ball comes over the back. Picked up there by Maharis. Goes now by hand. Only as far as Riley, but a free kick has been awarded for, I think, holding the player after he got rid of the ball. So Maharis from just inside 50 will kick from a 50-metre line. A chance for a reply to Thomson once again. Take the margin back out to just over 4 goals. So Nick Maharis has Menzies running for him. He's looking that way, but he's going to go short. I don't know where he was looking, but it didn't go that way. And it's gone to Fursland. Popovsky. He takes the mark, comes back out, looks for his brother. Over the top, no mark. Good contest there from Jerkovic. Able to steady, go back on his left. By foot goes wide. McLaren's a target. It's gone a bit long. Ellis read the play well, but couldn't take the mark. Now he's got to work at ground level. Does so. Gets the handball up. Goes to Hurst. Half forward. Runs out there now. Goes long towards the goal square. Madden from behind. Spoils. Front of the pack. Comes to Tar. Has a chance to steady. Could have fed off with the ball, but it's tackled. Ball comes to Lewis. Oh, a tackle without the ball. And Menzies, in his effort, has seen the player Lewis tackled without possession, and a free kick from the 10-metre line.
Probably high tackle first. I think it was over the shoulder, so umpire signalled that way, and a good decision again.
So Nathan Lewis, I have no doubt that he'll kick this goal from the top of the square, and that will be Belpost Hill's 5th goal of the afternoon. So responsibility is here with the captain, the coach of the Belpost Hill side, from 10 metres out directly in front. Chips at the ball. That is a goal. Belpost Hill's 5th. They move to 5 goals 2 now, 32. They trail Thomson 7 goals 5. And we've got
crucial day.
They have been at this stage of the game, and I think they'll continue to be so for the rest of the day. So,
well, this one went to Thomson. The handball came out to John Mitchell on the ground. Didn't know where to go. Gets a handball to Dowie. Round the body, going towards Riley at half forward. Can't take the mark. Picked up by David Popovsky. Over to Parker. Parker now towards centre wing. Oh, big clash in front of our broadcast position. Up high there was Hurst. Couldn't take the mark. But at ground level, the ball... well, there's a free kick again off the ball. It's Nathan Lewis who has the free kick. So now, Lewis now back in toward the corridor at centre half forward. Good placement of the kick, and Baseley, good mark. Up in front of his opponent there. It was Madden on that occasion, couldn't reach. And Josh Baseley has taken the mark 45, 50 metres from goal, directly in front, kicking to the western end. And a very well positioned kick from Nathan Lewis on that occasion. So maybe there's a little bit of squaring up going on here off the footy, Dale, but it's not helping either side at the moment. So Baseley now, a good looking kick off the boot, a lovely kick in fact, and that's brought the margin back once again because Baseley kicks his first.
Grant out and does the work. Umpire doesn't throw it up all that straight, and Bowyer's complaining about it, but the ball knocked forward, comes now to, picked up there by Greg. Gig gets around the oncoming Belpost Hill player, but does well, knocks it out of his hand. Now with Fursland to Ellis. Ellis goes back further to find Lewis, and that's Sean. Back with Bowyer on centre wing, kicks towards centre half forward. Again, players leading up the ground, and Nathan Lewis takes the mark. 2 players there it could have been, but Nathan Lewis with the ball in range here, goes long to the goal square, getting back at just off to the right-hand side and through for a minor score. 6-3 now, the Belpost Hill side trailing Thomson 7 goals 5, and we've gone 17 minutes. So the kicking duties with Madden to restart play. Comes wide. and short and finds Denman out of the back line. Done well today on Hurst and also other players down there. Goes short again, looking for Riley, who marks just in the field of play. Still on the half back line. Chance to go longer now towards centre wing, and that's where he goes. Targets Bab again. Over the top, Maharis, but he can't take the mark. Comes down, Bab with ground level, dives in the ball. Farah's there, ball under both players. Not coming out. Umpire will ball it up. Centre wing, we've got Anderson, Bowyer in ruck. Bowyer knocks the ball at his feet, picked up there. Popovsky goes to Lewis. Sean kicks towards the half forward line, or deeper than that. Denman going back, can't take the mark. Pressure there, McPherson at ground level onto the ground. Picked up now by Tar. It comes out there by Denman, does well. Ball's knocked forward. Hemley, ground level, can't pick the ball up. Bradley now has it. Goes back to Hurst. Hurst tackle. Ball comes out in the tackle. Umpire calls it a throw. Advantage is played to the Thomson side with Jerkovic. Goes to centre wing. And the ball, unfortunately for that side now, comes over the boundary line.
Centre wing. Bowyer. Lovely tap forward to Lewis. Nathan. Lovely handball over the top to Fursland. He's run from half back. Fursland. Long kick to full forward. Oh, Tar. Great use of the body. Body Peacock out of the contest, and as he was falling to ground, the ball stuck in the two hands. So very strong mark there from Justin Tar, and a very important kick for the Belpost Hill side as the second quarter gets further along. Almost 20 minutes we're kicking toward now as Tar goes back a long way. I guess in AFL level he'd be fined for taking too long, Dale, because he's taken him at about 30 seconds to walk back to where the mark is. But the man on the mark is 10 metres from goal. That's Rod Peacock as Justin Tar. We're going to be behind this kick. We'll be able to indicate whether it's a goal or a behind. It is a goal. Straight over the goal umpire's head. Second for Tar.
Centre of the ground, McLaren has come onto the ground, jumps over the top of Bowyer, knocks the ball down, comes to Coley, can't pick it up in the mud. Now Page, now with Grigg, back with Highland to Mitchell. Mitchell goes forward, Maharis in front, takes the mark in front of Casino. So outside 50, now goes short, McLeod's a target, over the top of both players. Jones runs onto the ball with good pressure there from was Martin, I think it was, get back with the fly of the ball, comes now to Lewis, and that's Nathan. Sean gets the handball up to Fursland. Fursland, a long kick out of defence, a great kick out of defence, and finds Hurst leading up the ground on centre wing. Goes in the left foot, not a good looking kick off the boot, but Hemley in front takes a strong mark in front of Bradley. Chris Hemley, centre square, just outside it, I think, just forward of that for the Belpost Hill side, has taken the mark. So a chance here to Belpost Hill to score once again. Goes long to the goal square. Tar with strength. Pushes the Peacock out of the road, but they're able to get the ball to the ground. Comes into the hands now of Riley, who's worked into the back line. Pushing the back, think there's a tackle, and the payment's been awarded to that player. But advantages have been played. He's come out to Thorley in the half back line from Highland, and a free kick for over the shoulder. So Cameron Thorley. 21 and a half minutes gone. Second quarter, Exhaust Brothers scoreboard. Has the ball, goes short. Highland works up the ground. McPherson on the mark. Ooh, a bit lucky there. Probably just stopping the player playing on. But Highland now looking short again. Goes to Maharis. In front, takes the mark. Strong. Will play on. Fends off Lewis, goes to McLaren at centre half forward, is pushed down the ground, over the top, McLeod leads in the race for the ball, bad bounce, goes in the hand of Popovsky, goes back to Farah, don't know whether that was the right option, but it's come off, goes now to Ellis, outside 50, picks the ball up, centre wing, short, Hemley takes the mark, slows things up, comes back into the centre ground on the left foot, nice looking kick, favours Lewis running down the ground, but coming the other way is Menzies, does extremely well. Good kick to Madden in the centre of the ground, and he takes the mark. So there's a continual flow of play here. Goes to Dowie to McLaren. He's on his knees. Don't know where he went to ground, but it's back to Dowie. Dowie short, goes towards the player in Anderson, takes the mark, and unfortunately for the Thomson side, they're going to be penalised because the umpire has called a free kick against Daniel McLaren. So McLaren, inside the centre square, only just goes sideways to Jerkovic. Probably would have been better to kick the ball himself. Jerkovic now goes forward. Not a good looking kick, looking for McLeod. Comes over the back. Farah runs into the ball, knocks it towards the boundary.
This quarter, Bowyer tapped down to Farah. Farah off a step, gets it to the middle of the ground. Mitchell immediately tackled. Umpire says no prior opportunity, and he will put the ball in the air just forward of centre wing on the Godfrey Street side of the oval here. Bowyer gets the tap down, lovely tap to Fursland, over the top by hand to Nathan Lewis. He kicks quickly towards half forward, and Bradley takes the mark, tried to play on, as tackles, gets a handball to Dowie. Dowie for Thomson, good looking kick, and Babs, who's done well today, has taken the mark in the true centre half forward position. Well, perhaps not without a chance, decides to have a go. He's kicked it high in the air, it's going to land in the goal square, but oh, great mark in front of the pack to Kazina. Last line of defence for Belpost Hill, chips it short, looking for Martin. Highland does well, gets into the contest, but unfortunately infringed in the umpire's eyes. So Martin there with the free kick, held without the footy towards centre wing. The two coaches, oh, they come together, and Nick Maharis, brilliant mark in front of Nathan Lewis. And they both kept their cool. Dale, it was a good contest, wasn't it?
Two aggressive men.
Absolutely. Maharis now, not too sure where to go. Decides to kick long towards centre half forward. Babber's the target. Up high, can't take the mark. Ball comes back at the pack. Kazina for Belpost Hill. Kicks towards half forward. Hemley leading forward, taking the mark, just about in the mud patch. And goes back and will take the ensuing free kick late in this second quarter. 24 and a half minutes gone. Hemley, long kick into full forward. Tar up high, can't take the mark at ground levels. Picked up there by young McElvaney. And unfortunately, he's...
Throws it back in. Peacock does Ruckworth, hangs on to Tar, and I think the umpire's seen it that way. And Justin Tar will take the resulting free kick. So a chance here for the Belpost Hill to gain the lead, probably the second time of the game. And Justin Tar, so again from about 15 metres out, will have no trouble in kicking the goal, or the distance anyway, but accuracy the only question.
It's interesting, since he's been off the ground, he's been an influence, hasn't he?
Big body, it's hard to contain. So Justin Tar for his third comes in, kicks on goal. It is a goal, so his third, I think, for the quarter possibly.
Yep.
And
to get the game restarted. McLaren tapped down in the middle for Thomson. At ground level, Page kicked off the ground. Denneman intercepted. Long handball, finds Riley. He's in trouble. Handballed it out. Came back to Denneman. He handball over the top looking for Dowie. He's missed his mark. McClure for Belpost Hill. Handball to Page. Handball to Parker. Parker now for Belpost Hill towards half forward. Thorley gets back, but Hurst has read that well. Made good position, and Bevan Hurst has... Thorley, I think, might have a hammy as well.
Knee.
So Thorley now will probably come off the ground, and Bevan Hurst will have a shot at goal from 35 metres out, probably a bit better than a 45-degree angle, as Hurst now. We're going to be behind this kick. Moves in. He's kicked it well. He has got the distance. Justin Tar, a good bit of body work in the goal square.
Quarter. And got themselves in front, so they're back in the centre of the ground. Anderton does the ruck work, but coming the other way, Fursland. Jones does well, gets over the ball, over the top. Again, this time Anderton, big body over the ball, comes back down to Farah, who moves the ball forward, and Nathan Lewis takes the mark just outside the boggy centre. Goes further afield, looking for Ellis, slips over, has time to get up though, dodges the first tackler, gets a handball out, but the umpire's picked him for throwing the ball, and that goes to Nick Madden, a free kick from Thomson. He now transfers play, goes towards centre wing. Out there, Anderton, big body, but Fursland does well, knocks the ball to the ground, able to keep the ball in, but now sees the ball go over.
Belpost still in this quarter as the ruckman contests the throw in, comes to ground. Highland to Jerkovic by hand, over by hand once again. It's come to... that was Grigg it was, and it doesn't matter because the siren has sounded. It is half time, and half time in our match today. Belpost Hill 9-3-57 have taken the lead away from Thomson 7-5-47. Belpost Hill side, as umpires given the indication to the timekeepers, are underway. Third quarter here, premiership quarter, as the ball comes down to the Belpost Hill side through Popovsky Nick. He's immediately tackled. It's towards centre half forward for Thomson. There's a whistle on play as the umpire signified the ball wasn't going anywhere, and he will restart play with the ball in the air. Just forward of centre towards the half forward area. Bowyer again gets a tap down. The time went to Page. He flipped it out into the path of Farah. Does well, runs back onto the footy. He's flipped it back out wide to, well, he finally received a handball back from Martin, and the kick goes towards half forward. Everybody stood back and watched it. Lovely positive handball there from Hemley into the path there of Hurst. Can he pick it up? He can't. When he does, he's immediately tackled by Madden. And deep in the forward pocket here for Belpost Hill. Players, well, they're calling for cabs and the umpires agreed. Madden's got the free kick for holding the ball. Ball in under Hurst. And the free kick has gone to Madden in the back pocket for Thomson. A minute gone, no change to the half-time scores. Thomson 7-5, trial Belpost Hill 9-3.
So the ball's come out outside 50 and Joel Page takes the mark, goes on quickly, goes towards Henley, gets first touch but can't get back to get the second. Cleaned up by Denman, goes round the corner, but Page again positioned well underneath the ball, takes a strong mark with traffic coming the other way. So Joel Page in between the half-forward flank and centre wing for the Belpost Hill side, going into attack, eastern end of the ground, now kicks long. Goes towards Tar, and why wouldn't you? Big player in front, but Peacock does well. McElvany comes through the front of the pack. Goes now by hand to Tar, back to Hemley. Hemley's kick goes up, and it's gone up a long way, and it's come down now, but it's only gone as far as the forward ball back into play. Tap down the forward line. McElvany picks the ball up, goes by hand to Hemley. Waltzes out the back door, gets the handball back to Sean Lewis. Sean Lewis, they're going the wrong way, but they've still got possession to Parker. Parker round the corner. Again, the target will be... It's trying to go towards Tar, but Nick Popovsky plucks the ball from the front of the back, kicks a torpedo punt, snap kick, and it's gone.
It's stone open, but there are some signs here as the ball taps down to Farah again for Belpost Hill. Nathan Lewis in front of Menzies, puts the contest on, comes back on the footy. It's now under a number of players, umpire giving them the chance to get it out. The ball comes out. Mitchell picked it up, immediately tackled for Thomson, and I think just the work rate, Dale, of Belpost Hill has gone up enormously since quarter time.
Yeah, I think they're going the right way about it. They're a better side when they got the ball and they're running and trying to do things for each other. So I think the game plan did change from that first quarter.
So the ball now punts forward from Bowyer, picked up at half-back by Bradley. Drop mark there on half-back flank by Highland. Ball, well, Page crashed his way through a pack, gets a forward handball to Hurst. He can't handle the footy. And now it stacks on the mill again on the 50-metre arc. Half-forward flank for Belpost Hill, kicking to the eastern end in the second quarter. 10-3 Belpost Hill, 7-5 Thomson, 4 minutes gone third quarter.
So umpire throws the ball back up just on the arc there at the 50-metre zone, throws it up. One down by neither ruckman. They both work off the ball, but now it comes down towards Coley. Able to steady, go around the right foot. Not a good looking kick off the boot, but it's found Cashel. Cashel goes forward now looking for Bab. Beats those two players. Popovsky has the run of the ball and will go back and pick the ball up. Has time to steady. Come back on his right foot. Good pressure there from Bab. Caging him. Now he goes backwards and sideways and finds Lewis just short of half back. Now he plays on now. Over handball there to Page. Page goes long back towards centre half forward. Best position is Denman coming out, attacking the ball. And Nathan Denman takes a relieving mark. Goes sideways and has Highland. Half back flank. Over the top to Dowie. Dowie not facing, but now gets the ball. Long kick towards centre half forward. Maheris up in front. Eloise Casino does well and gets the ball to the ground. Picks up handballs to Page. Page now back on the left foot. Tackles as he's brought to the ground now. Goes to Neil towards Lewis. Lewis, Sean that is, goes to the centre of the ground. And Farah, Daniel Farah, takes the possession. Goes short. Does this a lot now, finds Kazina. Kazina takes a mark by hand to Lewis. Lewis throwing through the centre, kicks long, tacked by Jerkovic as he kicks the ball, but all allowed. Oh, Justin Tarr up in front of Peacock, takes another strong mark. So Justin Tarr, continuing this third quarter as he finished the second, leading well and marking strongly.
So Justin Tarr for Belpost Hill now starting to exert some influence on this game. Has just taken a mark 35 metres out from goal, a strong mark in front of the pack. Already through to his name in the second quarter. As Justin Tarr now about to move in once again. Tarr now on the right foot, good looking kick. That's goal number 4 for him. And that's the 11th goal for the Belpost.
But it is, goes up, Anderton over the top bay, but I think Anderton gets the balls down, picked up by Jerkovic, goes backwards, but Page runs onto the ball, gets a handball going forward to Nathan Lewis. He just feeds the ball forward, but coming the other way is Jones, runs through the pack, gets a kick on the ball towards Babbitt, centre half forward. He's outnumbered there at a ground level. He's not doing a bad job. Support comes from Popovsky. Tries to knock the ball out. Now it's out with Jerkovic. Jerkovic to Akoli. Good tackle there. Comes now and it goes forward. Ball's gone forward to Dowie. It is. Goes to the goal square. Maharis best place, but Kazina does well. Free kick for... I suppose he's called shepherding off the ball, is it? both players were trying to go for it, but it's gone to Bellpost Hill and Casino. Oh, a bad kick, but it's found Sean Lewis. Sean Lewis has gone back over the top looking for Casino, running down the ground. He hasn't let him down, but at ground level he knocks the ball forward. Maheris dives on it, tackled there, now in the hands of Riley. He can't pick it up cleanly. Sean Lewis, a little kick out, looking for McClure. He taps the ball over the top of Cashel, does well. Fursland, best fancied. Oh, another soccer-style game. Over the ground now, Ellis runs onto the ball. Takes 2 bounces, probably only needed to take 1, but he's taken 2. Kicks long, over the back, Tar. Works Peacock under the ball. McLaren can't pick it up. McElvaney runs onto the ball, kicks off the ground. Umpire signalling touched. And it's through for a behind. So a behind to young Chris McElvaney. Lee McElvaney, I should say. I'm thinking of Chris Wallen there. I'm getting a bit confused, but it's McElvaney, and the ball has gone through for a point.
So the quick kick in taken by Madden for Thomson. Peacock, oh, he gets the kick away, very lucky. Goes it to Mitchell. Mitchell now handball to Dowie. Handball to Peacock, who's followed through. And Peacock now from half-back flank kicks it across the centre. Coming in as McLeod, can't reach the ball, is out of bounds. It comes in there, Bowyer. Ahead there of Anderton, comes down to Popovsky. Ball kicked forward for Bellpost Hill. Highland picks it up immediately, tackled by Nathan Lewis. Ball spills clear. Comes back to, that's a Madden back there. Some terrific smothering off the boot there by players from both sides as the ball finally comes out, and there's a throw, free kick, and it's a 50-metre penalty. I think that was against Nick Popovsky actually. So the free kick has gone to Noel Riley, and the man on the mark is on the 50-metre arc here, as Noel Riley now. Moves in, kicks it inside 50. It's a good lead there from McLeod, and gee whiz, very, very fortunate not to get a free kick there. He was tackled front on after the mark was taken.
With experience, he would have gone to the ground, I think, Eric, and got a 50.
Got the 50, yeah, probably a good point, Dale. So Jackson McLeod now, 25 metres out, just a little worse than a 45-degree angle. Puts the ball on the boot, gone across the face of goal. He's missed them to both sides now as mark taken behind the line by Nick Maharis. So that's the first score of the third quarter for Thomson. It is to Jackson McLeod are behind. 7 goals, 6:48. They trail Bellpost Hill 11-4-70. DeGrande cycles third quarter scoreboard, 10 minutes gone.
Popovsky does the kicking in, comes wide, looks for Casina. Over the top, Maharis knocks the ball to the ground, but McClure runs onto the ball. Has time now, goes towards half forward. Leading possession there is Hurst, but unable to take the mark. Thrown back into play. Bowyer and Anderton both probably get hands on ball. Comes to the front of the pack again. Both the ball back into play. Both ruckmen moved out of the ball, but picked up though by Martin. A short kick only as far as Denneman. Now to Okoli. Okoli towards an half forward. Going back for Popovsky. In the hands of Bab, the ball is now. Has a running player in Dowie. Feeds the ball out nicely. Quick kick forward looking for Maharis, and Maharis takes the mark. So Nick Maharis goes quickly towards the goal square. McLeod there. Jones, good support there from the player in McLeod. Sees the strong mark by Jones. About 15 to 20 metres out from goal. So Daniel Jones, to say the least, this is a much needed goal for the home side to give themselves any chance to get back into this contest. So comes in now, we're right behind the flight of the ball, kicks on goal, and that's not going to be a goal. It's gone through for a minor score. And the Bellpost Hill players are letting know about it too. So behind there, 7-7 now, the home side Thomson, they trail. Bellpost still 11 goals for, and 12 minutes gone, third quarter, the Grandy cycle scoreboard.
So there's 2 bad misses for Thomson in this quarter, and when they needed goals, they only got behinds. But the kick-ins come short, and taken by Fursland in the back pocket. Now forced to kick long towards centre wing. Taylor made there for Maharis, can't take the mark. At the front of the pack, it's picked up by Ellis with great speed. Kicks it towards centre half forward. Oh, just a dead set straight out push from Hemley right in front of the umpire's eyes. How they can not pay that a free kick is absolutely beyond me. 2 hands, fair square in the middle of the back, pushed him forward about a metre. And Chris Hemley, I guess you take him if you earn him, Dale, you take him, and he's got the mark. The man on the mark's at about 45 metres directly in front. I would suggest Chris Hemley, no problem at all for distance. Accuracy is going to be the criteria here. As Hemley now for Bellpost Hill to increase the lead they already have. Moves in, goes past 50. Good looking kick off the boot. Goal umpire's moving across a fair bit. What's he going to? He's come back to the middle now though. And Chris Hemley's now kicked his third.
So back in the centre of the ground, Anderton up, Hoyley gets the ball down, but Bayard wins the tap, goes to Jones, not a good looking kick, but finds Riley. Riley looks to push the ball wide, Popovsky coming the other way, takes possession, a short kick, only 5 metres, found Page, but his ball's been turned over now to Cashel. Cashel back to the centre spot, and Jones takes the mark, runs forward, kicks towards the forward line, in front Maharis over the top. Popovsky read the ball well, gets to the back of the pack first, but can't pick the ball up, so pressure there from Maharis. If he stays on his feet, he's a chance, but the ball unfortunately runs, and Popovsky once again does the kicking in, goes short, finds Fursland straight up the ground, and now he's looking to come wide, looking for, well, this takes a diving mark, but he can't try to complete that. Picked up by Parker. Maybe that first quarter was the way they go about it, to put that thought into their minds, but the ball's gone back in now. McClure in the ruck, doesn't take possession, now he lies over it. He might be lucky to win a free kick or lose one here. But the ball has come down and it goes back to the umpire. He's going to be the winner. So the umpire about to restart play. Looking for things happening off the ball here. And the ball's been thrown up, knocked over the top there by Babbitt who got the ball running forward, but going the other way, picked up by Parker. Feeds a ball out wide, looking for Farah. Ball goes over the boundary line. And a strong tackle there from Jerkovic. So it's thrown back into play. Again, Bab in front. Umpire's called for a holding decision on Martin. And it goes to Coley.
Well, he's been watching them for about a minute, hasn't he? The two of them, they've been hard at it. It's been a great battle off the footy.
So Coley now from half forward line. Looks to drive the ball in, does so, goes long. McLeod's a target. He's up, but over the top. Maharis again can't take the mark, comes down. Matjevic reads the ball well, goes to Farah. Farah now short, up the middle of the ground, and McElvaney takes the mark. Oh, good quick hands up to Lewis. Unfortunately, can't take clean possession, but able to go back, get the ball, goes to Page out wide on centre wing, half forward line. In front, basically pushed under the ball by McLaren, and McLaren takes a strong mark in defence. Left footer McLaren will need to bring the ball. Does so now, goes back to where it came from. Lewis there, knocks the ball over the top, Riley, but Lewis at ground level knocks the ball forward. Page works hard for the bell post still side, tries to pick the ball up underneath players. Umpire says it's not coming out, and it's going to be his possession. That's true centre wing.
So 16 minutes gone, third quarter, 12-4 bell post still lead. Thomson 7-8. As the ball put in the air by the umpire, it comes to ground. Both ruckmen, well, there's a free kick this time gone to Bowyer. So I think umpire Morris is confusing a few of his decisions out there, but the free kick in the meantime's gone to bell post still. Denneman at half back takes a great defensive mark over the top of the pack and now relieves the pressure again. Kicks it short, but Nathan Lewis read that well. And whilst he couldn't make bell post still favour in this quarter, as Bowyer this time gets the tap unattended as Anderton is on the ground now. Hope he's not injured as well. As the ball, goodness gracious, has fallen into open territory. Bevan Hurst could have done much better than that from 20 metres out. Had a flying post hill. The lead Thomson 7-8-50 to Grandy cycles. Third quarter scoreboard 17.5 minutes gone.
Peacock's brought the ball back into the half back line and found Menzies. Menzies goes now to McLaren, who takes the mark. Look for some support coming past, but goes on the left foot towards centre forward. Popovsky over the back of McLeod does well, but doesn't complete the mark. McLeod now works hard at ground level underneath players, and again the umpire is going to ball it up just outside that centre glue pot. So the umpire just attacking side of the ground for Thomson. Will throw the ball up, does so. Anderton in front, uses his body. Bowyer goes now to Jerkovic. Jerkovic gets around the first player and goes out wide, finds Jones. Jones hooks the ball back towards centre half forward. Cashel coming through, can't take the mark, goes to Popovsky. Out wide to Fursland. Fursland back to where it came in the centre of the ground, and Joel Page running back with the fly of the ball, takes a strong mark. Has players running for him now. Fursland again wide. Will he go that way? No, he doesn't look at him. Goes towards NR forward. Hemley's a target. Gets up off the ground at the front of the pack, Matjevic, but Hemley at ground level feeds the ball out to Bowyer. Bowyer is able to turn, spin, handball up to Matjevic. Matjevic runs to 40 metres out, shoots on goal, and Matjevic has kicked a goal.
So 19.5 minutes gone. This time it's a free kick again, and Anderton been penalised for using his body here, shepherding in the eyes of the umpire. I think two of the umpires have got different versions of the rules there because the players are fairly confused as the free kick has ended up at centre half forward or half forward flank for the bell post hill side, and well, Hemley taking that unattended handball, went to Parker, round the body with his left foot. It's in the goal square for Bell Post Hill. Goodness, it's dangerous here as a rush behind for Bell Post Hill. Makes their score 13 goals, 684. They lead Thomson 7-8-50. The Grandy Cycle third quarter scoreboard, 20.5 minutes gone.
Denneman brings the ball back into play, goes White. McLaren's the target again. He's taken a few good marks, can't complete it, but he's going to be awarded that this time, and he takes the mark just outside the 50-metre zone. So McLaren off half-back, looking for some options down the ground, and this is where they were good early in the game because they got the ball moving quickly, but he's slow to move it, and picked up there by Lewis. I
thought he ran out just before the umpire called it. Lewis ran forward.
So the 50-metre free kick will result, and McLaren will be taken right to the, should be the point of the square, I'd say, the other end of the ground.
I guess Nathan might let him know that he called play on if that was the case.
So McLaren now just forward of centre, goes wide, has Highland all by himself, able to pick the ball up, run to 50, kicks short, looking for a good lead there from Bradley, who drops the ball. Matjevic back in defence now, picked up there by McPherson, comes outside 50. Basically will lead in the race for the ball, picks it up, has time to steady, come back on his right foot and goes short. Alice, the racehorse, off and running again. He'll be able to take a bounce, but this time he goes short. Finds Hemley inside 50, stops, props, and now will go back and have a shot on goal from 45 metres out.
He'll have to kick it now because he had Carr in the goal square on his own.
Plays on, goes over the top to McIlvaney, and McIlvaney runs in and kicks a goal for the Bell Post Hill side. So
the bench, and Thomson haven't got that the ability.
No, you're right there, Eric, and now the ball's back in the centre of the ground. The umpire's thrown it up and it falls into the hands of Menzies, coming through the centre of the ground, goes forward. Maharis comes out on a strong lead and takes the mark. Now he would need to go back and make sure he kicks a goal here for the Thomson side. They've only kicked one goal since quarter time, and I think an understatement if I said that this would be a much needed goal. But Nick, not probably the most reliable Blake shot on goal, but would need to kick this from 450 metres out. That's a nice looking kick off the boot. That has gone straight through the middle.
Guess you only do what you're allowed to, as this time Anderton gets a tap down the middle. The man doing the roving is Bowyer, the rucker opponent. Now it's underneath Abucci. Umpire allows players to try and get the footy out, and that's good umpiring. Now we've got a whistle. The ball's not coming out, so the umpire will put the ball in there if he can find it. So now it's handed back. Christian Ireland was at the bottom of the pack with the footy. Umpire now puts it in the air. Two ruckmen go at it, both hit it the same way. McLeod in the middle of the ground, can't get clear of the footy. Picked up by Popovsky David. He gets it to half forward. Oh, lucky bounce there for Hemley. Hemley off the right foot goes bang off one step, and he's kicked it right through the middle, around the body from 40 metres into the ground. Both ruckmen get hand on ball. David Popovsky now having a run in the centre of the ground. Comes through the hands of Martin, it is, but unfortunately he legs Jerkovic, and Jerkovic to take the free kick. Joe Jerkovic, so just wide of the centre, goes wider again, finds Menzies, who probably won't gain much ground there, but still held possession. They get the ball moving forward, goes longer now, looking for Bab, but the target there was McLeod, who slips in front of him, and he takes a strong mark. Jackson McLeod up to his feet, outside 50, wants to get the ball in quickly to Maharis if he can. Has players short and wide, don't know whether that's the option to go to. Too many players being able to get back into space with McLeod now going long. Probably should have done it quickly. Riley's there, front of the pack. Bradley, I think it was, over the back. Nearly took possession of the ball, but it's at ground level now. Players converge, and there's quite a few of them around the ball now. And it will be a ball up right on the 10-metre line. Thomson in the attacking zone. So in ruck, probably Bab, I would think, going up against Bowyer. Madden's down there, thrown in the air. Madden doing the ruck work, tries to shield the ball, but it comes out through Popovsky. On the left foot, goes wide. McLeod, Lewis, both players meet the ball at the same time, and both players come to ground. But it's picked up there by David Popovsky. Now he's able to steady, go long. McIlvaney does well, reads the flight of the ball well, takes the mark, turns, spins. We'll be looking for Hemley over the back, goes towards that player, basically trying to run on the ball, but McLaren beats him back to it. Has support there and tries to flick the ball back to Bradley. He seems to be going up and down, but the good competition there from McIlvaney again. Holds the ball in. Players working extremely hard for the Bell Post Hill side, and they hold the ball up on the half-forward line. I think you're right. Bradley's probably worked harder today than he's worked in a number of games, and we're not yet three-quarter time. And I think the legs have just about had enough.
So again, umpire throws the ball up. Hemley in ruck. I think he wins the ball down, comes to Abucci, gets a quick kick forward. Hurst, if he can get the run of the ball, will run into an easy goal, but it's come out to Mitchell. Mitchell going back, is able to steady himself, looks for option, carries the ball well, goes short and finds a target in Anderton. Anderton still inside the 50-metre zone. Looks to switch the ball, but decides against it. Now goes short over the top, and Mitchell's pushed down the ground and takes the mark. So they're playing the possession game, but I think they need to run it, but legs mightn't be able to do so. So John Mitchell, backward of the half-back line, now plays on, runs, kicks long, goes towards centre wing. Bradley's trying to push forward, but in front, McIlvaney again, and he takes a strong mark. So he's done well, the young player. He's going to be awarded with a 50-metre penalty there for the player holding on to him, I think, after he took the mark. There's a bit of going on between players at each contest here, I think, Eric. So,
certainly is.
A bit to be said.
You've picked it quite well, and I think because they're on top, Belpost still have got the upper hand in most quarters.
Yeah, so McIlvaney has done well over the last 5 minutes of the quarter. Has got a few possessions, goes wide. Hurst leads well, dummies back, and wrong foot's Nathan Denman there for the Thomson side. And right on the siren at three-quarter time, we'll find that Bevan Hurst will go back and have a chance to kick his second and Belpost Hill's 16th goal. So here they come. Balls come in. Bevan Hurst from 40 metres out. Kicks on goal. Off the boot, it looks nice. The umpire goes back and sideways just a little bit, but it's through for a goal, and all the Belpost Hill players run to congratulate him, and that's a good finish to the quarter for their away side.
So at three-quarter time now, the scoreboard reads Belpost Hill 16 goals, 6,102, leading Thomson. Final quarter in our match of the day as the ball goes up. This time Anderton gets a tap down for Thomson, picked up by Popovsky David, handball intercepted by Highland. So Highland for Thomson, gets it towards half forward. Flashing through the pack there was Cashel, unfortunately went without the footy, and a series of handballs gets it back for Belpost Hill to the middle of the ground. Page did well in the contest there with Highland, and well, I thought he did well, but the umpires indicated that he threw the footy. So the free kickers are on now to Jerkovic. I think taking too long, aren't they, at these stoppages, Dale?
Yeah, I think so. The head player's wide. I don't think he looked that way, but it's gone straight back into the hole, and Martin's taken the mark. So Brad Martin will take the pressure off the Belpost Hill side, comes wide. Fursland's the target. Mitchell's there. Fursland just lets Mitchell go for the mark, and John Mitchell does so. Goes short, looking for Jones. Jones working towards the centre half forward position, takes that mark, turns, spins, has players wider, but looking for the short option. Probably not a good kick going forward because Maharis made good position. Ball comes now with Grigg. Grigg on the left foot, round the corner, going towards goal. Bowyer going back. We'll see the ball bounce through for, yes, it has gone through, for a behind to...
Is going to kick in from the defensive goal square. Nice control kick outside 50, but it's gone over the boundary line untouched, so that will be a free kick to Thomson, and it's in the hands of Josh Coley. So Coley now, he's run inside 50, handball drew the player. He's got it to Nick Maharis. He needs to have a go. He's done just that, but he's kicked it. Oh, he's kicked the goal. Great effort there from the coach, Nick Maharis.
So back in the centre of the ground, Anderton this time, but Bowyer over the top, gets the ball running forward. Not picked up, but Page runs into the ball. I think Rolly kicked it out of his hands, and it's gone to Nathan Lewis. He goes wide. Matjevic from centre wing tries to pick the ball up. Jones is back there, kicks the ball even wider off the ground, and it rolls over the band back into play. Goes to Bowyer, knocks the ball with his left hand, comes down. Nathan Denman picks it up for Thomson. Goes this time to McIlvaney. He's tackled by Denman, working hard at ground level, and the umpire says, oh, he didn't get rid of it. I thought that was a bit harsh on the kid.
What chance did he have?
He's played on now. He's gone by hand to Highland. Highland's come out wide looking for Madden. He slips over at a crucial time, and Henley runs onto the ball. It's been bounced up into his arms, so it's done well. Goes there to Fursland by hand. Now with McLaren. Fursland comes in and tackles that player, but Belpost Hill in front. Madden gets a bit of a push in the back there from Henley, who couldn't get to the ball, and Nick Madden takes the free kick. Comes to the wing, goes short. Matjevic coming across with a fly to the ball. Punches the ball over the boundary.
Umpire puts it back into play. Hemley attacks the footy this time and had two goes, missed it both times as the ball's still in a pack there, picked up by Riley. He's got nowhere to go, and the umpire says, I will put the ball in the air. So again, still in front of the Social Club, a bit further out into the ground. The umpire puts the ball in the air. Bowyer, lovely tap down, only as far as Highland, off a step towards half forward. Bab does well, taps it forward. Cashel picks it up. He's immediately tackled. Well, there's a high tackle on Cashel, I would have thought from there. The umpire said no. And the ball now, it's half forward flank for the Thomson side. Almost 5 minutes gone, final quarter, as the ball comes in there. Anderton gets the tap forward. Another tap comes toward the boundary from the Belpost Hill defence through Bab's legs. On that occasion the ball went, but players there working hard to get hold of it. Finally Fursland does, to Popovsky, back to Fursland, running the wrong way, kicks it right across the face of goal. Jones gets puts a contest against Martin, and picked up by Maharis, marked in the goal square by David Popovsky. Goes to the likes, it was Alice, it was.
And both of them, so the ball's thrown back into play. Anderton knocks the ball forward, plucked off there by Popovsky, goes forward only as far as Highland. He now directs the ball back into centre half forwards. Good spoil from them behind by Casino on Maharis. Comes to Anderton, to Jerkovic, to Mitchell, over the top to McLeod. McLeod looking to get back on his right foot, handballs out, tackled there by Farrah, now in the hands of Parker. Parker able to get away from that player, kicks the ball towards centre wing, leaving up the ground. Hurst, good attempt at marking, can't take the mark, but Parker follows up, back in the hands of Hurst, back with Parker, looking for support, will get around Jerkovic, short kick, not a good kick, only as far as Menzies, free kick to Menzies there for a poor kick and disposal. The coach just looks at him, and I think that's enough for me. He says, I'll head back the other way. So Luke Parker heads back into defence. Menzies starts play again, goes towards Anderton, but coming across is Popovsky, and David takes the mark, goes back towards centre half forward. Hamley the target, over the back, stands his ground, takes the mark strong behind Madden. Now goes wide, Hurst by himself, can play on, can shoot on goal, and does, and kicks a goal. Bevan Hurst, his third.
Still extend their lead. Bowyer, lovely tap down the middle once again. Jones running in off the defensive half, goes towards the centre wing. Ball comes back to him, overruns it. Dowie attacks the footy, kicks it long towards half forward. McLeod attacked the footy but didn't take the mark in one grab, and basically able to spoil it. And Popovsky takes it towards centre wing, and Bowyer takes the chest mark for Belpost Hill. A nice kick along the flank, and there's Hurst again. No opponent. He's run loose there, and he kicks the ball into the full forward area, and Tar, with his bulk and his strength, just Peacock's tried very hard, but when you're as big as Justin Tar, it's pretty hard to get around him. So 15 metres out, 45-degree angle, the chance to kick goal number 5. So Justin Tar, well, the angle's a lot better than I thought it was, actually. He's come down the middle of the ground nearly, and he moves in. Good approach, and goal umpire hardly moves. So goal number 5, I reckon that might be 3 or 4 middle. Bowyer gets a tap down for Belpost Hill. It's taken away by Jones. A bit cheeky, had a bounce, goes forward, nice looking kick, but David Popovsky's in the road, and marks in defence. Goes to the middle of the ground, Basely on his own. Handball quickly to Matchkovic. He goes long towards half forward. Oh, Hemley, magnificent mark, falling backwards, and Madden in the contest right till the ball basically fell into his arms, but too strong. And Chris Hemley, outside 50, would be a huge kick to score from there, but he's got Tar in the goal square, so why wouldn't he have a pot shot? So Chris Hemley, man on the mark at 50, about to move in. 10 minutes gone. Decides he won't have a kick at the goals, and looking for a Bucci. The spill comes to Ellis. He's tackled. There's a whistle on play. Umpire's indicated that he's thrown the footy, so free kick to McLaren, last line of defence. 3/4 time scores of the game, Style.
Yeah, very interesting at the moment, Eric. North Geelong 12 goals, 11 lead. Bannockburn 11 goals, 7. Geelong West 9-9. They trailed Corio 16 goals, 8. Belmont Lions 17-10. Inverleigh 9 goals, 6. East Geelong 15 goals, 4.
Be looking for Winch to get beaten anyway. As the ball thrown in half forward flank for Thomson, and Belpost Hill have cleared it from the danger area. Belpost Hill in front.
So Anderton Bowyer once again in the ruck. Bowyer knocks the ball forward, picked up by Farrah, has Page running, goes there by hand. Page tries to get the ball over the top to Lewis, but can't do so. Good work at ground level there by Menzies it is, but it's unfortunately come back through his legs. He's trying to hold the ball in, hold the play up. Umpire says that's good enough, and the ball all up just forward of the centre line, I suppose it is, for the Belpost Hill side. Half forward line. And Ruckman again to do the ruck work, comes down, goes towards Denneman. He's tackled by two players there from Bellpost Hill. Ball comes out in the tackle, and it's going to be another throw up in the probably an identical place to where the ball was just done some 10 seconds ago. So we've moved now just on centre wing. Umpire's looking for a clean passage out. Has that now. Ball thrown up. Done by Bowyer. Now in the hands of Page. Gets around the player coming at him. Now goes short, and Hemley out in front takes the mark. Madden on the mark, just outside 50s. Hemley looking to go towards, I think it's Tar again in front of Peacock. Peacock does well, gets the ball to the ground. Alice picks on the ball, scoops on the left, right foot it was, goes round the corner, finds McLaren. Abucci tries to jump over the top and pick it up. Hurst off the ground. Was it touched that went through? Yes, it was. And that's I'll give it to a Bevan Hurst as a shot on goal. And 18 goals, 7 now the Bellpost Hill side to Thomson, 9 goals, 9.
So from the quick kick in for Thomson, the ball's come outside defensive 50, picked up by Jones, back of the pack. He just kicks to open space. Bab, he does well in the foot running contest against David Popovsky, wins the football, tries to get it out to McLeod, tackle without the footy. Right in front of the umpire's eyes, no free kick. Minutes or so of the game as the ball's thrown in. Both ruckmen compete, comes to Greg, round the corner towards full forward. Maharis ran hard at the footy, tried to tap it forward. Highland tackled immediately, picked the footy up. Mitchell can't pick it up. Bowyer, the big fella, comes in. He's tackled by Babs, gets a handball out to Popovsky David. He goes right across the face of goal and he's found Baseley in the opposite back pocket. He runs on quickly with the footy towards centre wing. Good contest, Alice and Jones out there, the racehorses. The ball's spilled clear, picked up by Jones. Now there's a whistle on play. I've obviously blown the whistle, I hadn't heard it. The free kick was for holding the man. It's gone to Ellis.
So Ellis now true centre wing for the Bellpost Hill side. Looking to move the ball on, but has no players running. He's got a short option, goes to Hurst. Not a good looking kick, beats Dowie, comes over to Lewis. Back to Hurst. Hurst kicking the ball forward. Tar in front of Peacock. Ball eludes both players, running back towards the goal. Tar runs onto the ball, kicks round the corner, and the big fella has kicked goal number 6.
It's all Bellpost Hill here as the ball thrown up. Both ruckmen missed it completely. I was going to say it had to nearly be a throw there against Bellpost Hill. It was McPherson, I think.
Yep.
And the free kick gone to Christian Highland in the middle of the ground here. So Thomson to go forward off the boot of Highland. McLeod up high from behind. And that's a strong mark over the top of Brad Martin. And man, the mark's at about 53 metres. So I don't think he can get the distance, but the opportunity to put it into the goal area. Goes on the left foot towards the lead. Cashel grabbed without the footy, and free kick on that occasion has gone against Nick Popovsky. It will go to Cashel. He's 30 metres out directly in front, and when he gets the footy, we'll have a shot on goal. So at the 16-minute mark of the final quarter, as Bellpost Hill continue their rotations, and with 21 fit players, they're able to do just that. But in the meantime, Chris Cashel for Thomson moves in. Has a shot on goal, shocking kick off the boot. And the goal umpire's had a good look. He's going to come back and give it a goal
to finish the game off. So in that ruck, Anderton and Tar. Tar maybe over the top, gets the ball down, gets a free tap to Jerkovic. Jerkovic can't get a clearance, comes out to McPherson. McPherson comes wide of the centre, goes to Baseley. He's tackled by Mitchell, does well, but the hands come out to Parker. Umpire says he throws it. And you can hear from the crowd it wasn't a handball, he says. So the free kick's gone to Mitchell anyway. So Johnny Mitchell on centre wing has the free kick.
So the crowd not happy with the umpire, I suggest,
We've got something happening out here, Eric, anyway. So Johnny Mitchell for Thomson has the free kick. Lewis stands the mark. He'll go long and towards centre half forward. Does so. McElvaney in front. Take a heavy knock in the centre of the ground, but then takes a mark. Plays on wide. Just gets over the top of Denneman. Goes to Ellison. The racehorse off once again. Goes towards half forward. Abucci out in front. Bad bounce. Goes to McLaren. Taps it down. Comes. Oh, no, he held the ball. McLaren spins out of the contest. Goes wide looking for Denneman. He's able to run onto the ball. Can't pick the ball up, but McElveny picks the ball up. No, it doesn't. Goes now to, I think it's a big fella in him, or Tara it was. He feeds the handball out. Back with McElveny. Goes forward again. Jerkovic, poor kick. Handball's wide. Goes to Bradley. Bradley straight across the front of goal. Not a good option, but Mitchell runs onto the ball. Handball tries to go to the top, but Bowyer intercepts. Runs into goal from 25 metres out and kicks a goal. So Bowyer, having a quick spell, comes back on the ground a bit and been able to control the game. So
and there's the ball up in the centre, picked up by Riley. Immediately, the ball smothered off his boot, and consequently, the turnover is in the hands of Belpost Hill. And Page fed a handball out to his teammate in Parker. Parker towards full forward. The big fellas are all down there for Belpost Hill. Now there's a whistle on play. This fellow doesn't pay advantage at all because he's taken the ball back 70 metres in the last quarter, this umpire, against Thomson. And now the ball's been taken back again. It's a Thomson free kick. It's gone to Bradley, runs off, has a bounce, and now kicks the ball towards half forward. Greg can't take the mark, puts it down. Parker picks up, handball to Hurst, handball over the top to McPherson. McPherson now for Belpost Hill goes toward the goal square. Not a well-directed kick. And the only person there is Brett Dowie for Thomson at the 20.5-minute mark of the final quarter. 20 goals, 7 Belpost Hill lead, Thomson 10-9.
So Hidrilick's played back to the centre wing and over the top. Disco has taken a big grab. Coley up over the top. There's three blokes lying on the ground. And he's probably the first of the three to get up, but over the top of McClure and also Babb. So Coley. Time hasn't been blown off. Yes, it has. It's allowed to go on now. Goes towards half forward to McLeod. Hand in the back, and the free kick goes to Jackson McLeod. So they talk about mark of the day, mate. I think that would have been fairly close to it, I think.
Absolutely. And he took a few players with him.
So McLeod now has the free kick, half forward line. Maheris probably the only option forward. Bradley's moved down there, needs to go long and quick. Too slow moving the ball. Has options forward. Madden's pushed down the ground. Players looking for Jackson McLeod, taking probably too long to kick the ball forward now. He does so, goes to the goal square, but in front Page, doesn't take the mark, comes through the hands of Jones. Jones round the corner and through for a behind.
Half minutes gone, final quarter. Popovsky goes wide, looking for Parker and finds him. Good mark there by Parker for Belpost Hill. Now decides to go back from whence it's come. So it's back in the arms of Popovsky, Nick. He's outside the 10-metre square now. Changes the direction of play to the other side of the ground. Over the head of Ellis. Denneman from behind. Picks it up. A left foot kick goes forward. Unfortunately, it's not well directed. And in the back pocket. Kicks it long back towards centre wing. Players in numbers back there. No one able to take the mark. Front of the pack. The ball is held in a tackle there. So at 22.5 minutes gone. 127 plays 70. Belpost still in front.
So at half forward, Anderson knocks the ball down to ground. Players jump on the ball. It can't come out. McElvaney's been awarded a free kick for a high tackle. This kid's not afraid to put his head over the ball, and it's a good sign for a young fella. Now he goes and changes direction, looks for Page. Page takes the mark inside the centre square, backward of the centre for Belpost Hill. Goes now towards the half-forward line, and Tar, again, just forward of centre now we are. And Justin Tar inside the 50-metre square. Goes short, wide. Henley leading up, takes a strong mark. So Chris Henley, obviously getting better with the games he's playing, is starting to become a prominent big fella on the ground. So from about 50 metres out, he's going back with a little bit of confidence here. He can kick the distance. There's not too many players leading up, so they all think he can too. So we've had Bowyer back in the goal square. Abuchi makes the first one, but here comes Henley. It's a long kick on goal. Distance, I don't think it's going to be a problem, but it's off to the left. And a behind to Chris Henley. His first blemish of the afternoon. 20 goals, 8 now. The Belpost Hill side lead Thomson 10 goals, 10.
The quick kick in comes from Thomson into the arms of Riley at half back towards centre wing. From behind, Madden can't take the mark, but Highland does well at ground level. Babb, handball, gone to Jones, runs to forward 50. The long kick into the full forward area. Not a well-directed kick, and Nick Maharis, can he get hold of the footy? Gets a push in the back, plays on. Handball back inboard, but numbers there with Belpost Hill as McElveny picks it up on the left foot towards the centre wing. Parker drops a mark as he was going forward, but follows up well. Handball to Martin. Martin now for Belpost Hill, centre of the ground, but Bradley's in the way for Thomson and takes the mark. Decides to go wide. Shocking kick straight into the arms of Fursland. He's immediately tackled. umpire went for a skid in the middle as he's about to blow the whistle. And free kick now in the hands of Thomson. Good kick there by Bradley to centre half forward, McPherson. Handball to Popovsky, Nick. Handball to Popovsky, David. Now the short kick out of defence finds Matchevic on half-back flank on his own. And he takes the mark unattended. 25 minutes gone, final quarter. Belpo still in control, 128 to 70.
Basically now from centre wing, goes short and wide, gets the centre of the ground, I should say, and finds Joel Page running straight down the middle of the ground. Steadies up, looks for options up forward, has one now. Looks like Bowyer over the top, can't get his hands on the ball. Comes to the front of the pack with Bradley, working hard at ground level, hands to Jerkovic, to Highland. Highland now running away backwards towards the Belpo still goal, goes short to Menzies, tries to go over the top of the Henley by foot, can't do so. Henley plucks it off, goes short and finds Fursland, who's now having a run up forward. So Travis Fursland, inside 50. Umpire blows time on, has a chance to go back now, shoot on goal from possibly about 40 metres out. 25, nearly 26 minutes gone. Hurst is short and over the top, wants the ball, knowing Hurst he'll stay there as long as he can. But now Fursland to the goal square. Ball in front, but it's picked off there by Peacock, and Peacock takes a mark, transfers play to the far side of the ground and finds Anderton by himself, by hand, goes out to McLaren. McLaren now to centre wing, and now the movement's back with the Thomson side. Taken there by Jackson McLeod, goes in towards the centre of the ground, and Jones, he's taken the mark. Now we've got runners in. McLaren comes through, looking for support, right foot, poor kick. Popovsky meets the ball, does well on the half volley, picks the ball up, comes wide, looking for his brother. He now picks it up, that's David, goes from onto centre wing, goes short, looking for Page again, and Page has the ball sport side as the ball comes to ground, picked up again by McElvenny, kicks it towards half forward. Hurst, lovely handball out to, goodness gracious, don't tell me the half-back flanker in Brad Martin's going to have a shot at goal. As Bradley, well, he's run into him after he's kicked the footy. It's got to go back, I think, because the ball went actually through on the fall from behind. So I'd suggest it comes back to Brad Martin. Wouldn't have kicked a lot of goals, would he? No, Pash has been a defender. He's going to have a chance to shoot on goal. I don't think he's too, he's a bit sore after that too, I think.
Perhaps he might, is there someone here?
Parker's not too far away.
Who's a better kick?
Where's Nathan Lewis? That's what I'll be looking for.
Oh, well, Chris Hemley's nearby, but players are running everywhere, and one of the assistant coaches, Brad Martin, isn't he?
Yeah, defenders don't get a chance to shoot on goal very often. I'd be taking the kick if I was him.
I think so, absolutely. But Brad Martin in the dying stages of this game, the man in the mark's 40 metres out. He's directly in front. And I think he's recovered sufficiently to make a fist of this. He got the distance a moment ago. Can he do it again? Brad Martin moves in. It's a good approach. It's a good kick. It is a goal. No, it's not. The goal umpire's not come back this time. So the result's no better. Only behind. 20 goals, 9, 129. Belpo still 10-10-70 Thomson. Buckley's Entertainment Centre final quarter scoreboard, 28 minutes gone.
So back in the hands of Anderton now. He's got the ball short and out of the fence. Jerkovic needs to get the ball moving quickly, does so, comes wide and finds Grigg, centre wing, in front of Popovsky. They will go back now, looking to move the ball forward quickly. McLeod's a target. Popovsky gets his left hand on the ball. Ball runs towards the boundary line. We've gone 28 and a half minutes. Comes forward, top forward there by Madden. McClure runs onto the ball. Pressure from behind by McLeod. Umpire says he's been in the back, and Nathan McClure to take the free kick. And there's the siren to end the game with the Belpo still side 29. 129 will defeat Thomson 10-10.